it's not about doing it or having it, it's about being it. This thing affects your health, your relationships with people, your experiences, and relationships. Coming into an understanding of this will illuminate not just your world, but the world of others around you. Become one with life, one of the flow of life to be precise. And if we can now describe the key, if you want peace internally, if you want peace externally, you first have to use love to unlock that peace within. Because as within, so without. A law of correspondence. Becoming one of the flow of life is essentially being able to give freely, being able to, because when you give, it's gonna flow back. Whatever you put into the world is what you have in the first place to release. And you can conceptualize this for many different examples, like money, for example. If you want to declare that you're a rich person, you give out money as if you don't need it at all, as if you have no care for it. Because think about, if you're wealthy and rich, are you really going to be worried about not having money? No, because you have it already. You'll be able to give it freely. Give of all your heart. And this will, coming into an understanding of this love, will help you to realize that all judgment is self-imposed judgment. What you affirm in another person is what you affirm in yourself. Because not only are you one with everybody, you can only give what you have. If you see someone and the first thing you think is that they're a bomb, let's say a homeless person anyway, you don't want to bless them or pray for them that things will get better, mentally declare that things will get better for them, or even give a donation to this person because they need it more than you do. Instead, you want to, I should stay away from this person. Let me cross the road. Or this person stinks. I don't know. Whatever you think when you look at a homeless person, that's negative. And you essentially affirm that in yourself. You have to be careful. That's why, I used to see this on Instagram. People say stuff like, a homeless person asked them for $1 and they couldn't even give him because he's in the same situation he is, but he just has a house. Something like that. Like, it's like a common meme. You probably understand what I'm trying to say. But that's an interesting point to think of, that before even thinking about giving, they've already accepted that person's fate. And because that's what they're affirming, by projection anyway, or by mental declaration, this person is broke. They're literally reflecting what, it's like a mirror. It's literally like a mirror. It bounces off and reflects back into you. Love clears the lens. It clears the precipitation of the lens which you look through life at. And you step into a higher frequency. You vibrate on a higher vibration. I believe if you look at the David Hawkins scale of emotions, love vibrates at a very high rate of 500. Being able to vibrate at such a high rate, you emit an energy. You become a light. It becomes a healing energy, not just for yourself physically, but to others that come into your field, into your energy field. And your mindset determines your speed of recovery from whatever illness or physical illness you're suffering from. It's all in the mind. And to step into the energy field of someone that is so positive, so loving, it's infectious. You'll even start to feel better just being around this person. You know, it transforms situations, transforms others, and people are even more willing to forgive when they're around you. Forgive others, not just you, but others. You can bring people together. Honestly, like I've even just recently, this isn't to brag, obviously, I'm just using this as an example, but I have a family member and a very close friend who I also consider family, that I won't go into the extent of their relationship, but they fell out, and it came to a point where one of them has fully cut the other off. One of them came to me, my family member came to me and, you know, told me about what happened and told me to check on the person. So I did, and then the other person let everything out, everything, and I couldn't just brush it. I love these people too much to just allow them to allow them to have that negativity fester in their world, to magnify, because whatever you hold within you is what you attract. It's like a magnet. I believe it took a day, maybe a day or two, because these people don't live in the same country. One of them is overseas and the other one is in this country that I live in. So I speak to both of them separately for maybe a day or two straight. And with all the knowledge and wisdom that I can offer, advice, I didn't even need to say anything much, right? Just allowing them to be heard and validate their feelings, just validate them. That was enough to start the healing process within for themselves. And I brought them together to then kind of let go of pride of holding back feelings, let go of guilt as well. And eventually they both, because honestly, from my point of view, it was very easily resolvable, but you have to give everyone grace. And that's one thing as well that is very interesting about love. You step into grace, give like free grace. My family member apologized for even dragging me into the whole mess, they called it, of their relationship, but I just told them, honestly, I didn't think, there was no thought of this is stressful, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, when will this be over, why don't they understand? There were no thoughts like that. All I could think of was I love this person, or that they feel for each other deep down, but they just don't, they can't get past guilt, they can't get past pride. I noticed as well in myself that, well, once you step into love and you step into acceptance and peace, which is what I'm trying to get at towards the end of, of what I'm talking about. But when I experience love at its highest, when I vibrate at my highest, right, it's whenever it's love for a family member or extended family, and then friends as well. Like recently, because we've been through the holiday season, gift giving and things of that nature. So that's just, I just remember throughout the season, just that love was getting me by, because I've been recalibrating, let me see, for maybe the past couple months, recalibrating and just trying to figure things out. And that love for my family and my friends, not all in the same, was what kept me going. The more you love, the more capacity you have to love. The threshold gets higher and higher, and you know, the baseline then also comes up. Because I noticed that even people that some of my friends would consider they're my enemies. Don't I don't even see it like that. I still see them as another human being who I love and respect. People that, let's say, they talk about me behind my back, and I know because some others have related to me. Even when they come to me asking for help, I'll still help them because I love them. And I see their behavior for what it is, for whatever they're doing. We're all flawed human beings, and we can't get it right all the time. You just have to keep on giving that grace, continue to be forgiving, continue to have that faith in that person, have unconditional faith for others, and in turn, that is what will be given back to you as well. Don't do it once you step into being love, not about not doing or having love, but being love. You step into your natural being, naturally who you are. You know, God is love, and God is within all of us, and that is the fundamental factor that makes us all one. You know, when people talk about you behind your back, when people, you know, give you food selflessly, even when they're hungry, we're all just expressing our God righteousness differently. We're all expressing different degrees of righteousness. We all just have different physical expressions. And our physical coating doesn't make us any different or any less than someone or any more than another. If you can't understand it or can't, let's say, do it without it feeling forced, just think about it like this. Think about what Jesus taught. Love your neighbors as yourself. The golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. And from then on, you'll be able to be loved, because you know you treat others with the same love with that you treat yourself. Another key thing that can help with applying the golden rule to your life is constantly making a conscious effort to see the God in everything and anyone and anything. You know, God made this book, God made that printer. You can't see it, and I'm not going to show you. God made that laptop, God made that book, God made that table, God made that heater. Look around you. Everything even the laptop you're watching this from, or phone you're watching this from, or TV, God made it. God was the originator of this knowledge to create this in the first place. You know, a person made this, and God is that person too. God is everything. That's the only way I could make sense of God. Back to what I was saying about love anyway. Love is just coming into an acceptance of self. Once you're able to accept yourself, you'll accept everybody and anyone. But once your frequency increases, once the steam is wiped off the lens at which you look through to see the world around you, you come into an understanding that you don't even perceive anymore. It's not even you looking through a lens, it's you just knowing with your heart, being able to look with your heart, with mind sight, being dependent on what you are, being dependent on what you are, not what reality wants you to be, or on what reality is showing you that you are. As your perception changes, things have different meaning now to you. Things have been redefined. Your lifestyle may appear to not have changed to others, but to you, every action you take has a new meaning now. So even when you do partake in certain things or do certain things, choose certain things as well, the reason for doing it becomes, it's a new meaning now for choosing it or doing it. And that's a really interesting thing that happens. It happened to me too. The way I saw, my meaning for relationships changed, and therefore just all my decisions, even my lifestyle choices have changed. And it was just very interesting to see that naturally I would gravitate away from things that have been normalized in the world or normalized in my social circle or community. And there was just no going back because I've fully accepted myself, my past, my trauma, my mistakes, all the things that make me who I am today. And now I step into an intuitive knowingness. I just know. And I realize that what I am is enough and is it. And I wouldn't change that for anything. I wouldn't trade myself for anything. The people I know, the people around me, I love everybody. I love myself as well. And I don't regret anything. As your internal state shifts, your vision is expanded. You see more things, clearly, being able to see things for what they are, and that serenity of acceptance and contentment will bring a state of inner peace, ultimately. And the only way the world can respond is giving you what you have already, peace. It's a law of nature. Being in accordance with love is being in accordance with the laws of nature, or being in harmony, let me say, with the laws of nature. Because the laws of nature are always in effect. It's just a matter of if you're in harmony or in misalignment with them. I know you can find love as well. No matter if you feel like you have little, it's still something, and it will be returned back to you in tenfold. Like and subscribe if you've made it this far. Check out the link in the description for free advice and motivation, a bulking guide as well if you're trying to get shredded this 2025, and join the Discord server community as well if you want to chat up, ask questions. Hit me up on my personal Insta as well. I post fairly regularly. And I share some quotes, interesting quotes there too. It'll be good to get to know some of you guys, or you. It'll be good to get to know you, and it'll be good to learn from you as well. We can learn from each other. But that's all I have for today, tonight, this morning. Stay blessed.